I hope everybody knows what is the importance of this day. I don't call this as an auspicious day, but I call this as an awareness day. This is the International Cancer Day. As most of you know that cancer is a dreadful disease. It's a very debilitating and a dangerous disease which is affecting the humankind. This is even dangerous than an epidemic or a pandemic, as this can be a silent killer or an instant killer also. This is what cancer is all about. You might be knowing that today is the International Cancer Day. This is a day where we are spreading the awareness about the disease of cancer and its prevention aspects. So this is a very important and a very good initiative which is taken by Indus Viva Health Sciences and especially our respected CEO Mr. Abhilash Thomas. Henceforth in future we will also be organizing most of such Facebook live programs for different kinds of health related international days. I hope everybody is happy with this. Definitely. Well, coming back to this International Cancer Day, I just want to update you on some of the things actually. See, if you go through one of the important articles which was published in Times of India today, especially on their website, on the web blog, the World Health Organization today has declared 1 in 10 Indians will develop cancer during their lifetime. You know this? 1 in 10 Indians are prone to cancer disease at least once in their lifetime. This is a very dangerous development which has happened. I just want to tell you about some of the statistics in India which the article has been published today. In India, basically 6 most common types of cancer are usually found. The first of it is called as breast cancer, which is having around 1,62,500 cases last year. Oral cancer, mainly because of the intake of tobacco, cigarette smoking and the use of nicotine, which is accounted at 1,20,000 cases. Cervical cancer, which normally occurs in the uterus, especially in women, this has accounted to around 97,000 cases. Lung cancer accounting to around 68,000 cases. Stomach cancer about 57,000 cases, and colorectal cancer, which is, in fact this colorectal cancer was not existent in India before, but these days colorectal cancer cases have been increasing because of improper diet and lifestyle, and this is accounting to around about 57,000 cases. This is what the exact statistics of cancers in India today is, and this is a very, very damaging number, right? So cancer, as you know, is a disease. Like any other disease, cancer is a disease, but the cancer disease can be of different types. Cancer is a kind of a disease where cells have an abnormal growth and has the capability of spreading throughout the body. We call this process as metastasis. So metastasis is a process where the cancer spreads from one organ to other. It can spread from the blood, it can spread through the lymph, and ultimately it can affect the bones, ligaments and the joints as well. This is what exactly is called as metastasis. So whenever it comes to the classification of cancer, there are basically 2 types of cancer. So one is called as a benign and the other is called as malignant. So normally these are called as tumors also. So far as the classification is concerned, one can call this as carcinomas or malignancy also. So this is what is exactly called as cancer. So benign is the one which is pretty harmless, but still if proper care is not taken, benign can turn into malignant as well. Whereas malignancy is actually called as cancer. Well, one important thing I want to tell everybody here, cancer is not a new disease to the whole world. Probably people might think there are different variants of cancer which are appearing on day-to-day basis around the globe. But the surprising thing is, when we trace back to the ancient textbooks of Ayurveda, especially the Sushruta Samhita and Charaka Samhita, dating back to 700 BC, we get the reference of a disease called as Arbuda, which exactly means it is cancer. This was actually identified in the year 700 BC. See, that was the era from which cancer was developed, and it was within the human beings from those times actually. So coming back to the major types of cancer, we have cancers like carcinoma, sarcoma, melanoma, lymphoma and leukemia. Leukemia is nothing but the blood cancer. So, well, why do you get cancer? So this is one of the things that people normally ask me. What are the causes of cancer? See, everybody might be knowing one or two reasons why the cancer happens in the human body. Well, cancer is actually called as a multifactorial disease. There is not a single factor which can cause cancer in your body. There are various factors which are causing cancers in your body. So the first thing probably is the use of the diet and the lifestyle. The diet has to be in a very proper way, and the lifestyle has to be proper, so that most of the diseases can be prevented. And our major intention here is, rather than treating the disease after it is affected, our first and the foremost intention is to prevent the disease. As everybody knows, prevention is always better than cure. And we, as a part of Indus Viva, we are actually preventive people. We try to prevent diseases in people. That is what ultimately our unique selling proposition is, our USP is. Well, coming back to the other causes of cancer, see, age is also one thing. Environmental pollution is the other thing. Exposure to radiations, this is also another important thing which is happening today. See, most of us are bound by these electronic gadgets, and in fact the network of these electronic gadgets usually come from the towers which will be emitting radiations. Similarly, the phones that we use, the devices or the gadgets that we use emit these radiations. These radiations through your skin to the organs into the cells as well. Your cell membrane normally gets ruptured, and ultimately you will be prone to a condition, a dreadful disease like cancer. And apart from that, occupational exposure. See, normally we are also exposed to different kinds of pollutants. When we are driving outside, we are exposed to different kinds of pollutants where carbon monoxide is there, and lots of other chemicals like sulfur, etc. is thrown out into the environment. All such things can enter into your body and ultimately lung cancers. Similarly, cigarette smoking is also an issue. That is why the statutory warning always says cigarette smoking is injurious to health. Even after reading this, people are prone to smoking cigarettes. What I want to urge here is, try to limit your cigarette consumption. So as and when the nicotine level reduces in your blood, automatically you will not be prone to all these kinds of dreadful diseases. And of course, tobacco chewing is also another important thing where the people are suffering from these days, because of which the throat cancers, the tongue cancer, the mouth cancers, all such cases are increasing. And of course, alcohol consumption is also a major reason because of which liver cancers or hepatic cancers can also be caused. Well, apart from this, use of contraceptions and women with no children as well, like without breastfeeding a lot. So they are also prone to a lot of breast cancer cases these days. We are seeing a lot of breast cancer cases because of this issue. And well, lot of consumption of red meat as well as different kinds of meat items on a higher scale is also one of the reasons for getting this cancer. Well, symptoms of this cancer is also very important actually. People normally think that pain is always pain, right? So people are not worried about other things, but whenever you have some kind of a pain inside the body, people are always worried. People think that, oh, okay, I have aches and pains, I should take a tablet and get rid of all these pains. But I'll tell you, pain is such an important thing in the body, where your body is actually reacting to whatever which is happening inside, the reactions which are happening inside. Pain is very much required by the body. So there is no pain. Most of the cases, majority of the cases in cancer, the pain is not there. This is one of the important things that everybody has to know, right? So people think that pain is very dangerous. No, pain is always helpful. Without pain, the body can be prone to all kinds of cancers. And apart from that, abdominal problems can lead to a lot of constipations, and it can also lead to a lot of duodenal cancers these days. Similarly, hemorrhages, lot of happening inside the body from various orifices. This can also lead to various types of cancers. And normally whenever a tumor is developing inside the body, see, tumor is actually a lump. Normally the cancer cells are individual, whenever the cancer cells join with each other, they form something called as lumps. These lumps are made up of these cells, and it requires more and more blood flow to grow inside the body, and that is how it spreads to different parts of the body through your lymphatic channels. That is the reason why a person who is affected with cancers, normally the first and the foremost thing the doctor sees is the presence of enlarged lymph nodes. These lymph nodes normally will be painless sometimes, and these are some of the symptoms of diagnosing the cancer. Well, so these are some of the symptoms that we can see. And apart from that, coming back to the management of this cancer is a very important thing. See, as everybody knows that cancer is a disease which is 100% not curable, so it is also not reversible actually. See, there are so many medications which have come in the market today, like chemotherapy, immunotherapy, radiotherapy. These things are actually used on cancer patients in different grades and levels of cancers, but the side effects that they pose is a lot of them. So they have a lot of issues on kidneys and liver as side effects. Well, the first and the foremost thing, as I told you before as well, prevention is always better than cure. So we are a set of preventive people on this planet, in this country, who can definitely provide this awareness to a set of people so that they can be prevented with a dreadful disease like cancer. See, coming back to the dietary guidelines, high calorie, high proteins with optimum vitamins, minerals and antioxidants should be used in all types of cancers, or in fact in prevention of the cancers as well. Well, increase of antioxidants, especially like vitamin A, vitamin C, vitamin E and trace elements like selenium plays a very important role in prevention of this dreadful disease. And apart from that, consumption of garlic, especially garlic, has a lot of anti-cancer properties. Such vegetables can also be used. See, and consumption of fresh fruits is also normally advised. And apart from that, vitamin supplements containing antioxidants may be necessary because of inadequate intake of vitamins. We normally don't use such vitamins and minerals in a regular diet, so that such vitamins in required doses, if they are given to the body, automatically your immunity will increase, because of which such dreadful diseases like cancer will not affect you anymore. Well, I also want to talk about some of the important things about antioxidants here. Well, antioxidants are those compounds which can definitely help increase your immunity, and automatically a human being can be prevented from such kind of dreadful conditions like cancers, because these are degenerative conditions. Well, the other important thing is there are some elements called as mesonutrients or phytochemicals which are present in some of the vegetables which can help you prevent from this dreadful disease like cancer. For example, onion, garlic has a phytochemical or a mesonutrient called as allyl sulfides. This can help you prevent against such conditions. Similarly, vegetables like cabbage, cauliflowers and pumpkin, lemon, capsicum, papaya, pineapples, these have some of the pigments like lutein and zeaxanthin. See, these pigments are actually called as carotenoids, which are present in some of the fruits and vegetables, especially in the skin of the fruits and vegetables. Normally what we do is, whenever you ask someone to eat apple, what they do is normally they cut everything, they cut the skin and eat the apple, which is of no use actually. Actually, you have to consume the skin of the apple, which is protecting the fruit. In fact, that is protecting the human body also, because these skin of the apples and skin of the fruits contain a lot of antioxidants which can boost your immunity as well as prevent you from dreadful diseases like cancer. And apart from that, you also go in for dry fruits as well as the berries. The berries plays a very important role, especially berries like acai berry, which is very good with polyphenols as well as antioxidants, which are targeted towards retarding, preventing dreadful diseases like cancer. Well, so these are some of the important points about cancer preventions, so which I had to tell you. Well, Vivites, I think this is all our responsibility today as wellness entrepreneurs and wellness people. You have to spread the awareness of wellness throughout the globe as well as pan-India. The responsibility lies with us. Instead of curing the disease after it is affecting the human body, it is always important to prevent them at the first step. And definitely, I always suggest you to use all our Indus Viva products as preventive products, so that the person will not suffer from any kind of such dreadful diseases in the future. I hope you have understood my points, and we are, as I told you before, we will be having such kind of programs in future to commemorate, to in fact prevent or create an awareness of such kind of dreadful conditions as well as diseases in the future also. So thanks very much. I think the Indus Vivaa management has taken a very good job, a very good role of having such days so that everybody is benefited out of this. So thank you very much again. This is Dr. Balu Kolar, Manager Product Development, signing off. Thank you.